Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the San Francisco 49ers lately, you already know that the team is facing some significant challenges heading into the 2024 season. And honestly, this isn't just about the usual offseason adjustments or minor injuries. No, we're talking about a real shakeup in the receiving core, which could have major implications for how this team performs in the upcoming months. The 49ers, known for their strong defense and dynamic running game, have always relied heavily on their offensive weapons to complement that, especially their wide receivers. But this season, things look a little different. The departure of Deebo Samuel earlier this offseason to the Washington Commanders marked a big change. Deebo, a versatile and explosive player, was a cornerstone of their offense for years. Losing him leaves a void that's difficult to fill. But what's even more concerning is what's happening with the rest of the receiving group. Brandon Ayuk and Ricky Pearsall, both promising talents, have been placed on the PUP list, meaning they will be out for at least the first 4 games of the season. That's a significant chunk of the season to start without key contributors. And to make things even more complicated, Joan Jennings, who has been a reliable target for Brock Purdy over the past seasons, recently requested a trade, signaling some unrest or perhaps a desire for more opportunities elsewhere. When you combine all these factors, it's clear that the 49ers need to act quickly if they want to keep their offensive weapons sharp and ready. They can't afford to go into the season with such a thin receiving core, especially when their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy, needs reliable targets to maximize his potential. This is where the latest buzz in NFL circles becomes really interesting. According to insider sources and NFL analysts, there's a strong push for the 49ers to make a bold move, and that move could be signing a veteran wide receiver with a track record of success, someone who could immediately upgrade their passing game. And who is that someone? Well, the name that's been floated around quite a bit is Amari Cooper. Yes, the 5-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, who has proven time and again that he's capable of making game-changing catches and providing consistency at the receiver position. Cooper, now 31 years old, has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but his talent is undeniable. Last year, he caught just 44 passes for 547 yards and 4 touchdowns, split between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Not the kind of numbers you'd expect from a player with his caliber, but context is everything. The teams he played for last season weren't exactly ideal environments for him to showcase his best. The Browns, for instance, had a somewhat inconsistent offense, and Cooper was often fighting for targets amid a crowded receiver room. The Bills, meanwhile, were adjusting to life without some of their key offensive weapons, which limited Cooper's opportunities. But let's not forget, 2 years ago, Cooper was still at the top of his game, catching 72 passes for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns, an impressive season that earned him his 5th Pro Bowl selection. That's the kind of production the 49ers could really use right now, especially given their current situation. What makes Cooper a particularly attractive option for San Francisco is his experience and ability to step into a new offense and quickly make an impact. He's a route runner with excellent hands, and his route running is among the best in the league. Plus, he's proven that he can be a go-to target in clutch moments, something the 49ers could very well need if their young receivers are still developing or sidelined. Now, some might wonder if Cooper still has enough in the tank at this stage of his career to contribute at a high level. And that's a fair question. But the reality is, Cooper has consistently been a 1-0-yard receiver for most of his career, doing so in 5 of the previous 6 seasons, and he's still capable of providing that veteran leadership and on-field production. The key here is the environment. San Francisco's offense under head coach Kyle Shanahan is one of the most creative and effective in the NFL, and Brock Purdy, who has shown flashes of brilliance in his limited starts, could benefit greatly from a receiver like Cooper. Having a seasoned veteran like him could help stabilize the passing game and give the young quarterback more options when plays break down or coverage tightens up. Of course, the 49ers have to weigh their options carefully. They're in a tricky spot with their cap space and roster composition, but bringing in Cooper could be a low-risk, high-reward move. He's familiar with the league, has a history of success, and could provide an immediate boost. Plus, signing Cooper would send a strong message to the division and the league that San Francisco is still serious about contending for another Super Bowl. Remember, this team is built with a championship mindset. Their defense remains one of the best in the league, and their running game, led by players like Christian McCaffrey, is among the top in the NFL. The question is, can their passing game match that level of excellence? If they bring in a veteran like Cooper, they certainly improve their chances of doing so. Now, looking ahead, it's not just about filling a roster spot. It's about strategic moves that reinforce their core and give Brock Purdy the best possible chance to succeed. The 49ers have always been a team that values versatility and high football IQ in their receivers, and Cooper fits that mold perfectly. His route running, hands, and experience make him a perfect fit for Shanahan's offense, which relies heavily on precision and timing. Plus, with Ayuk potentially recovering from his ACL tear, having a veteran presence like Cooper could be critical in the early part of the season. It's about building depth, stability, and confidence in the passing attack. And let's not forget the broader picture. The NFC West is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Seahawks and the Rams always lurking and ready to challenge. The 49ers, who have dominated the division in recent years, need to stay ahead of the curve. Making smart, strategic moves like signing a player of Cooper's caliber could be the difference between a playoff exit and a deep postseason run. The team has shown resilience and adaptability, and this season might well hinge on whether they can upgrade their offense enough to complement their dominant defense. Now, some fans might be wondering, will this actually happen? Well, there's always a lot of speculation during the offseason, but given the current state of the roster and the insights from NFL insiders, it's clear that the 49ers are actively exploring options to strengthen their squad. Bringing in a veteran receiver like Cooper wouldn't just fill a need. It would also send a message to the rest of the league that the 49ers are still serious contenders. And if they manage to pull it off, it could set the tone for a very exciting season ahead. So, as we continue to follow this story, keep an eye on the latest developments. The 49ers might be making some moves soon, and it's going to be fascinating to see how this unfolds. Will they pull the trigger on a deal for Cooper? Will they look elsewhere? Whatever happens, one thing is for sure: their fans, and everyone who loves this team, should stay tuned because the best is yet to come. The NFC West is heating up, and the 49ers are right in the middle of it, ready to make their next big move. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, the San Francisco 49ers are at a pivotal point heading into the 2024 season. The loss of key players and the injury setbacks in their receiving core pose significant challenges, but also open doors for strategic additions. The potential signing of Amari Cooper could be just what they need to elevate their offense, provide stability, and give Brock Purdy another reliable target to unlock his full potential. It's a move that could have ripple effects throughout the division and beyond, positioning the 49ers as not just a team to watch, but a serious contender for another Super Bowl appearance. The team has the talent, the coaching, and now perhaps the veteran leadership to push through these obstacles and reach new heights. Fans should be excited because the upcoming weeks could bring some game-changing news that will shape the narrative of the season. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned. for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.